There are 52 weeks in a year, and some of those weeks are better than others. Wake Forest Athletics had a lot of good weeks during the 2017-18 school year, like the week that Bobby Muse's men's soccer team won the ACC regular season title, and the week that the Demon Deacons won the ACC men's soccer championship. There was the week in February that the men's tennis team won the ITA National Team Indoor Championship, and the week that the Deacs won the ACC men's tennis championship. But it's hard to believe that any school in the nation had a better week than Wake Forest had in the last week of May. In those 7 days, Wake Forest claimed 3 national championships, including 1 team title and a pair of individual champions. Wake Forest's 164 overall wins were the second most in a season since 2008-2009. For the second straight year, the Deacs claimed a pair of ACC regular season titles, and for the first time in 11 years, Wake Forest won 2 ACC tournament championships in men's soccer and men's tennis. 6 Demon Deacon teams finished in the top 25 of NCAA championship competition, with 3 teams winding up in the top 10. Wake Forest's 48th place finish in the Learfield Directors' Cup marked the highest finished by the Demon Deacons since finishing 37th in 2008-2009. The Deacons were just as outstanding in the classroom as they were on the field. A total of 192 student-athletes made the ACC Honor Roll in 2018, a robust 50% of all Wake Forest's student-athletes. Football led the way with 35 honorees, while track and field and cross-country placed 34 on the Honor Roll. Among the 16 student-athletes to earn first-team All-ACC honors over the past year were Cam Serenay, football; Mitchell Day, men's cross-country; Samantha Halverson, women's cross-country; John Beccaro, men's soccer; Emma Tomasi, men's soccer; Eula Grashoff, field hockey; Nicola Pluta, field hockey; Alexandria Florent, women's indoor track; Robert Heppenstall, men's indoor track; Borna Goyo, men's tennis; Petros Risojos, men's tennis; Cameron Young, men's golf; Amelia Malicio, women's golf; Jennifer Kupcho, women's golf; Rachel Kern, women's outdoor track; and Emma Davis, women's tennis. Wake Forest had 15 student-athletes earn All-America honors in 2017-2018, including 5 who were named to the All-America first team. John Beccaro, men's soccer; Jennifer Kupcho, women's golf; Petros Risojos, men's tennis; and Borna Goyo, men's tennis. Rob Heppenstall was a double All-American, earning first-team honors in the 800 meters in both indoor and outdoor track and field. Second-team All-American included Eula Grashoff, field hockey; Samantha Halverson, women's outdoor track; Amelia Malicio, women's golf; Kevin Politz, men's soccer, was a third-team All-American, while Cameron Young, men's golf, earned honorable mention All-American. 4 players were named to freshman All-American teams, including Greg Dortch, football; Bobby Seymour, baseball; Chris Lanzilli, baseball; and DJ Poteet, baseball. Throughout its 65 years as a member of the Atlantic Coast Conference, just 54 Deacons have been named the ACC Player of the Year. In 2017-18, 2 of those Players of the Year were teammates on the men's soccer team. Forward John Beccaro was named the ACC Offensive Player of the Year, while Kevin Politz earned ACC Defensive Player of the Year honors. 2 other youngsters had shining first years on campus and each earned ACC Freshman of the Year honors. Mitchell Day started things in the fall when he was the ACC Men's Cross Country Freshman of the Year, and Amelia Malicio capped off the year by earning Freshman of the Year honors in women's golf. Unprecedented in ACC history, Wake Forest men's soccer coach Bobby Muse earned his 3rd consecutive ACC Coach of the Year award after leading the Deacons to a 19-2-2 record, the ACC regular season and tournament championships, and a spot in the final 8 of the NCAA championship. And what better way for men's tennis coach Tony Bresky to cap off his championship season? Tony became just the 12th Wake Forest head coach to earn National Coach of the Year honors when he was recognized by the Intercollegiate Tennis Association. Bresky helped the Deacs capture their first ever ITA National Team Indoor Championship, 2nd consecutive ACC regular season title, second ACC championship title in 3 years, and second consecutive number 1 overall seed in the NCAA championship to go along with the national title. It would be difficult to find a Demon Deacon who had a better year than men's tennis star Petros Chrysochos. The junior from Cyprus posted a 44-4 record and was named the ACC Scholar Athlete of the Year in men's tennis, becoming the first Deacon in program history to earn that honor. While Petros dominated on and off the court in men's tennis, men's soccer's Kevin Politz may have one-upped him in the academic honors. Politz was not only the ACC Scholar Athlete of the Year and an Academic All-American, the senior was named the Academic All-American of the Year, just the second time a Deacon had received that prestigious recognition. Among the thousands of student athletes to have passed through Mother So Dear, only a dozen have been recognized as the National Player of the Year, 4 of those coming in the last 3 years. Adding her name to a most distinguished list that includes such luminaries as Curtis Strange, Tim Duncan, B. Bielik, and Bill Haas, was Jennifer Kupcho. The NCAA Women's Golf Individual Champion, Kupcho received the Honda Award given annually to the nation's top women's golfer. Not to be outdone, men's soccer had its own contribution to the National Player of the Year ledger. Just a year after Ian Harkes won the Mac Herman Trophy as men's soccer's Player of the Year, John Beccaro added his name to the list. It was a clean sweep for Beccaro, who earned all ACC and All-America honors as well as the most distinguished award in the nation in men's soccer. While the men's tennis team tore through the competition at the NCAA Tennis Championships at the Wake Forest Tennis Complex, there was another team hard at work behind the scenes. While the Deacons enjoyed the glory of their national championship, the support staff that made the championships possible was also cheering loudly. From the volunteers and ticket takers, ushers and merchandise sellers, trainers, equipment managers, communications, operations, and marketing staff all came together as a unit and provided a first-class championship atmosphere for all 64 teams and 128 individuals competing in the championships. For your behind-the-scenes efforts and tireless work ethic, we thank you for making Wake Forest Athletics the crown jewel of the championship trophy. For football coach Dave Clawson, the 2017 season was his 4th year at the helm of the Deacons, and nobody knows year 4 like Dave Clawson. The Deacons started the year 4-0, broke or tied 105 records, and ended the year with a phenomenal victory in the Belk Bowl. Paired up with college football blue blood Texas A&M, the Deacons fought back from an early 2-touchdown deficit to defeat the Aggies 55-52 in front of over 30,000 adoring Deacon fans. Senior quarterback John Wolford was named the MVP as he threw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. Bobby Muse's men's soccer team won 19 games in the fall, but not many were as important as the 3 the Deacons won in early November in winning the ACC tournament for the second consecutive year. The Deacons clinched the ACC regular season title with a 7-0-1 record after closing with a scoreless draw with Syracuse. Winning the ACC title would require navigating a minefield with wins over Virginia Tech, 5th-ranked Clemson, and then a thrilling penalty kick draw with number 17 Virginia that made Wake Forest the tournament champion. That brings us to the week that would become Deacon Championship Week in late May. As a sophomore in 2017, Jennifer Kupcho was in control of the NCAA Women's Golf Championship until her ball found the water on 17. From the ashes of disappointment rose a resolve that helped Jennifer persevere to win the national championship in 2018. With her teammates cheering her on, Jennifer took a 2-shot lead to the 18th hole on May 21st and did not relinquish that advantage, clinching the title with a short putt after a great approach shot. Just over 24 hours later, Petros Chrysochos and his teammates were on the courts facing Ohio State for the national championship. The Deacons took an early 2-1 lead as Chrysochos defeated his Buckeye opponent in straight sets. With the national title match tied at 2, Skander Mansouri put the Deacons ahead 3-2 with another straight set win. The national title hung in the balance with Bar Botzer and Borna Goyo, the lone Deacons, remaining on the court. It was Botzer, the freshman from Israel, who had won the first set but now trailed 5-2 in the second. Looking at the possibility of a third set, Botzer bore down and won 5 straight games to win his match and send the Deacons into jubilation. After the emotion of the team national title, a number of Deacons steeled themselves for another 6 days of singles play. As the field narrowed from the top 64 players in the nation, 2 shining stars remained standing. At the end, on Memorial Day, May the 28th, the last 2 competitors battling for the singles national title were both Deacons, Petros Chrysochos and Borna Goyo. The emotional battle for the top spot in the nation wound up going to Petros by a final score of 6-3, 6-3. While the final week of play and the 3 national championships will remain permanently fixed in the memory of all Deacon fans, the 2017-2018 season from start to finish was a year to remember, and it brought to light the one goal that everybody in Wake Forest athletics has for all 52 weeks of the year: developing champions.